Okay, so I'm going to quickly review how to do operations with integers. And we're going to actually start with multiplication and division. They seem to be a little bit easier for most students. So let's go ahead and start right up here. So the first thing is if we have 3 times 4, that's the same thing as 3 groups of 4. Multiplication means groups of. So if you think about this, we're doing 4 plus 4 plus 4, which would keep it positive. 3 groups of 4 would be a positive number. In fact, you should get positive 12. Similarly, if you're doing negative 3 times negative 4, you're taking away groups of negative 4. Taking away negatives actually results in a positive change. An easy way to remember this is if the signs match, positive and positive, you get a positive, negative and negative, you still get a positive. Taking away negatives results in a positive change. So we actually get the exact same answer here. Now, things are going to change when only one of the two numbers is negative. This one, we're taking away 3 groups of 4, which results ultimately in taking away 12, or negative 12. Even if I switched the negative to be here, we'd be putting in 3 groups of negative 4. We're switching it. So 3 groups of negative 4 would still be a negative number of negative 12. If the signs are the opposite, one is positive and one is negative, doesn't matter which order, your answer is going to be negative. Headed on down to division. Very, very similar. Ultimately, division is really just multiplying. It's multiplying by its reciprocal. So if we're doing a positive divided by a positive, we're still going to end up with a positive number. Just like up above, if the signs match, negative divided by a negative, you're still going to get a positive number. So these top two equations both result in the same output, positive 4. Not until we get to the bottom one where the signs differ are we going to have our negative result. Again, if you have one positive and one negative, the order doesn't matter, you're still going to end up with a negative result. Now we get to move on to the little bit more challenging things, addition and subtraction. I highly, highly recommend thinking about money or temperature when dealing with addition and subtraction of integers. Let's go ahead and start with the top, so we're going to do addition here. 6 plus 3. Pretty easy. Both positives. This is probably what you learned back when you were in kindergarten. But if you're just doing 6 plus 3, you can literally use your finger. 6, 7, 8, 9. So you'd get your answer of positive 9. Looking at the next one, let's think about this one in terms of temperature. If it's negative 6 degrees and all of a sudden it rises by 3 degrees, we're now going to be at negative 3 degrees. Negative 6 plus 3 is negative 3. You could also think about this on a number line. If you start at negative 6 and you add 3, adding would actually move towards the positive numbers. 1 would take us to negative 5. 2 would take us to negative 4. And then 3 would take us to negative 3, which is also how we can get that as an output. What's going to happen now when we change it, though, and we do positive 6 plus negative 3? Well, let's think about temperature again. If it's positive 6 degrees outside and all of a sudden we add negative degrees to it, it's going to get colder. So we're actually taking away 3 degrees. 6 plus negative 3, 6 take away 3 would give us 3 degrees. Just to change things up a bit, I'll refer to the last one in terms of money. We're doing negative 6 plus negative 3. If you owe someone $6 and then you owe them 3 more, you're still going to owe them, and you're actually going to owe them even more than you originally did. So negative 6 plus negative 3, you're actually going to owe them negative 9, or $9, which is negative 9. Lastly, we can look at subtraction. Remember, a lot of times with subtraction, you can actually change it into the addition that we did up above. For example, if you're doing 6 minus 3, that would be the same as 6 plus a negative 3. You may remember I even said that up here, we're doing 6 take away 3. So this is the exact same thing. 6 minus 3 is just 3. If we start with positive 6, we take away negative. Let's think about a room. If you start at 6 degrees and then you take away 3 degrees of coldness, you're actually getting warmer. Taking away a negative is actually going to cause it to get warmer. This is the same as 6 plus 3. 6 take away negative 3 is the same as 6 adding 3. Taking away 3 degrees of coldness is going to increase our temperature by 3. Therefore, for this particular one, we're going to get a positive 9. Moving on to negative 6 minus 3. You owe someone $6, and then all of a sudden you have to take away 3 more, you're going to owe them even more. That's going to give us negative 9. And then lastly, we have our negative 6 minus a negative 3. Again, when we take away a negative, we're actually adding. So negative 6 plus 3, feel free to look up here, use temperature to help you, use money to help you. Doesn't matter, but if you are at negative 6 and then you actually increase by 3, you're going to go up to negative 3. And that's what we have for all the operations with integers.